characters. Alright, today we are going to figure out which characters are absolutely 100% without a doubt black. I know I already did a video on what races other characters are, but now we really about to focus on which characters are black. So Piccolo, Rafiki, Simba, I'll call him a light skin. Raphael, black. Alright, let's see what's up.
I'm ready to rethink your career goals, bozo!
Ooh.
You tricked me! Everybody hates me!
No, little dude, honest!
Hold on. I hate him. As a huge cartoon and TV show watcher myself, I can humbly say that I am 100% a pioneer to this shit, fam. I'm telling you. I'm talking about if you need something to watch tomorrow, I got you, fam. I got you for real.
Me too. Recommendations. Anything anime. One Piece for sure. If you haven't watched it in a while, I would recommend Beyblade. Beyblade's really fire. And yeah, that's all I got on top of the dome.
I watched at least a couple 100 cartoons, shows, movies, and anime in my life. Go from things like watching the entire MCU to watching cartoons you probably never heard of, like Super News on Cartoon Network, and anime like Hitman Reborn, which is the most underrated anime I could possibly think of, fam. Everyone needs to go watch Hitman Reborn. It's amazing. It's an S-tier anime and it's fire, bruv. Go watch it, trust me. But cartoons were hopefully a part of your childhood as much as they were mine. And as much as how cold shows were because of the stories or characters that were in them, it was also because of the representation within the shows. Things like showing off different cultures, the speaking whole different languages, to even you know where the characters are originally from, because you're from there. And in this video, I'll be talking about characters that are definitely black, fam. As I'm saying to you, man, right now, even though they might not have the skin color, I see your brother, fam. I see your fellow brother, you feel me? With that being said, let's get straight into it. Starting with one of the most black-coded characters of all time, Knuckles the Echidna, fam. Now
yeah, he got dreads. Yeah, he has dreads.
Knuckles is one of the most black-coded characters of all time. From him having dreadlocks, to him having a whole Jamaican vibe, to all his stage music from the Sonic Adventure games all being rap music. Knuckles is up there on the pinnacle of all characters we all know that are 100% black, fam. Like in Sonic Prime, one of the variants of Knuckles is literally called Captain Dread. Like at that point, they're trying to tell us he's a black guy. They even darkened his skin in Sonic Adventure 2, making this guy look brown skin. I know a real brother when I see one, bro, trust me. But low-key, I don't think Knuckles is only black. I think Knuckles got a Native American background.
Yeah, with the whole story about his people having to protect the Master Emerald because of chaos and blah 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 blah.
Back onto him too with the whole Echidna tribe backstory from the first Sonic Adventure game, with his whole tribe having a whole similar aesthetic and the same buildings as the Mayans, fam. But I'm pretty sure Knuckles' design was based on Jamaican people anyway. But all the men know Knuckles is black, fam. That's why Sega got Idris Elba to voice Knuckles in the movies and his show. They know my boy.
Just like Darwin. He may be in a mixed race family, but that little fish is black, voiced by black people every single time.
Too well, fam. They know him too well. And I'm not gonna lie, Sega. How does Knuckles not have his own 3D game yet, bro? How you finna give Shadow 2 games just dedicated to him? Yeah, my boy Knuckles ain't get one yet. Don't piss me off, fam. What you
I mean, he's not Sonic. That's the problem. He's not Sonic. I mean, Toad never got his own game. Yeah, because Luigi, you have to give him his own game because he's part of the duo. Shadow gets his own game because Shadow. You know what I'm saying? He's Shadow. Knuckles is a if you get the reference, a Kiyoya to Sonic's Jenga.
talking about? But no shade to Shadow 05 and Generations. They're cold on Sonic games for real. But another black person we got from Sonic is Vector the Crocodile. And you know why?
You know what's actually hilarious? This is one of my top 5 favorite characters. I don't even know what this guy's name is, but he just looks cool. I'm not sure what animal he is. This is one of my favorite characters in all Sonic. I don't know why.
And he's a black person because Vector wears a bunch of gold, fam. Vector is dripped out in gold, bro. He's got gold braces on his gloves.
He got the headphones. I'm pretty sure if you could, he had gold fangs. Yeah. And also, he likes bunnies. If you know, you know.
shoes, and he's wearing a whole gold-plated Cuban link chain. I know you know a couple of men that wear gold Cuban links, bro. And Vector is literally dripped out in all that shit all the time. It's his trademark look, fam. Not to mention, Vector is also black because he stays chasing money. Think about it. The Chaotix are the only group out of all the Sonic Hero teams that actually be operating off the real world. Team Sonic out here trying to stop Eggman. Team Dark were also trying to get at Eggman. Team Rose were just following Team Sonic. And the Chaotix, they were on a job they were trying to chase money for. They stayed chasing this paper, fam. Instead of saving the world, they got the bills to pay. They got to get their money up to pay rent. I'm talking about these men will probably be so unprovoked to save the world unless they were going to make money from it. I'm not going to lie to you. And it sounds kind of trash, but if we're being honest there, everything has a price, fam. Everything's too expensive, bro. And Vector and the Chaotix are just trying to pay their rent. But that's what makes the Chaotix the best team in my opinion, is that instead of chasing a goal of saving the world or trying to influence it, they're just at those places because they're trying to pay their rent.
Nah, bro. The good guys have Sonic and Shadow. So, can't really say nothing if Shadow and Sonic. They go Super Saiyan. Yeah, you can't. They would be the best if Sonic and Shadow are not there.
And I can heavy relate to this because I'm broke as hell, fam. I'm talking about I eat water for breakfast, fam. It's actually cold out here. And Indeed don't want to hire anybody anymore. Applying for jobs is just useless, fam. Big man thing. Like, you could be applying to different types of jobs that are basic as hell, like a waiter or a kitchen porter, or even just one of them.
I ain't gonna lie. Companies need to stop posting on Indeed. Not sure what, because I'm looking for a job too. Like, I'm not sure why they keep on posting on LinkedIn, and Indeed when they don't look at those pages. I even sent it a resume because I saw a place was hiring. I went in, filled in their whole thing, gave them my resume, and for some reason they're not hiring right now. Bro, why is it on your website that you are hiring at this specific location? Life.
Them annoying people walking around asking for donations in Stratford, them people are so jarring, fam. But places like Indeed or LinkedIn are out here asking for experience like you were just the president or something. Suck your mum, fam. What are you talking about, bro? Or are we getting off topic here?
At DQ.
The Chaotix is probably the most underrated Sonic team. They up there with the Babylon Rogues and Team Hooligan. Elite ball knowledge if you know some of these men. And Vector is one of the most underrated Sonic characters in the series. And the fact that he wears full on gold like he's a 90s rapper and his moral compass is driven by money, he's definitely black, fam. He's 100% black, I'm telling you. Going on to my next character, we have Garnet from Steven Universe. And Garnet,
I have never watched a sliver of this show, and I never will. I don't know what it is about this show. I just never will watch it.
Garnet is most definitely black, bro. If Garnet doesn't give you the vibe of being a black woman, you're tweaking out here. I'm not gonna lie to you. She got a whole ass afro on her head, and I know she be carrying that afro sheen everywhere. Garnet is one of the biggest representations of black people in cartoons. Her whole demeanor with giving Steven wisdom, being confident, being emotionally mature and understanding, and a good leader to the Crystal Gems. These are things you see a lot in black people, especially our strong melanated queens. I was younger, and when I used to watch Steven Universe when it was airing on Cartoon Network, I could just tell Garnet was black from the way she was designed, to how she would act around Steven and the rest of the Crystal Gems, to even the way she would,
bro, she had an afro and she's thick.
Be moving when she would be doing her fusion dances. Garnet gotta be one of the most black coded characters of all time, and Steven Universe is one of the best cartoons of all time. The story is fire, characters fire, the movie was fire, and the music is fire. Also, Estelle voices Garnet, and I'm not gonna lie to you, man, I only know Estelle from that one song with Kanye, and I'm sorry, I'm not that culture, bro. I'm sorry. I don't know Estelle like that, man. But we love Garnet, and Garnet is one of the biggest characters that gives some of the biggest black representation in cartoons. And speaking of representation, we have to talk about Darwin from the Amazing World of Gumball, fam. We all know collective.
Yeah, he had a do-rag from I'm saying, other culture and audience. He was voiced by a black person, like I said before.
That Darwin is a black boy. And let me tell you the episode. So I figured this out, and my third eye opened, revealing me to the truth behind this. So in the episode titled The Quest, Anais loses her Daisy toy. So Gumball and Darwin go looking for it and realize Tina took it. So Gumball, Darwin, and Anais go to Tina's yard, which is a whole scrapyard. And I'm not gonna lie to you, when I saw this, I was like, damn, I didn't know y'all was out there struggling like that. Like she full on sleeps on a whole pile of stuff.
Real thing is, I don't think this is that crazy because she's a set 23-foot T-Rex. I'm not sure there's a house that can fit her and her probably taller parents. Sleeping on balance beams and screwdrivers and screws. Insane work.
Steel rods, fam. That's messed up. So Gumball, Darwin, and Anais go over there and try to carefully get the doll from Tina because she's sleeping with it. And they successfully do retrieve the doll. But then the doll holds them and makes a whole loud ass donkey noise waking up Tina. So now they're all trying to escape her, running for their lives. And this scene is what confirmed Darwin was black for me, fam. Gumball was wondering where Darwin was when they were running. And then Darwin just comes out of nowhere and just outpaced Gumball and Anais, looking like Usain Bolt. And as soon as I saw that, I knew he was black, man.
You know what's actually funny too? No, wait. Nah. Yeah, they're around the same age. Never mind. I'm about to say something else.
Because us black people be sprinting for our lives when we see danger, man. I'm talking about if I was walking late at night and I see 5 men right in front of me in black clothing wearing ballies and shanks, I'm gone, fam. What you talking about? I'm out of there. Darwin is an Olympic level sprinter, fam. I'm talking about he definitely will be out here breaking world records. He was out here moving like a speedster, man. Darwin is professionally a black person. Not only because he's always running away from crazy situations at Mark 10, but also because he's literally a confirmed black character. Cartoon Network see him as a black person. And even in the show, he has a black human version of himself. In that one weird episode that I'm not going to talk about. And in the episode The Heist, where Richard robbed the bank and now they're trying to figure out how to return the money, in Richard's idea of how it would go, look at Darwin, fam. Ain't no party like a Darwin party, you feel me? And by far the biggest reason why Darwin is black, the biggest piece of evidence I had to this back in the day was in the episode The Microwave, where Gumball and Darwin make a whole monster and Gumball was out here calling Darwin the father to it. And as soon as Mama heard he would be the dad, Darwin...
No, that's not very nice. That's not nice. Don't be a duke.
was about to vacate the premises. I'm talking about get the milk forever, fam. Sounds too close to home for real. But we all been knowing Darwin's black. I mean, this is something we were all certain of before they even confirmed he's a black person, man. And Darwin is by far my favorite in the amazing world of Gumball. I was relating to Darwin most of the time in the show, and when he started talking to that fine shit Carrie, I had to give this man his flowers. W Darwin! The amazing world of Gumball's on the Mount Rushmore being one of the best cartoons of all time on Cartoon Network, fam. And with it getting a new season after 6 to 7 years, I'm low-key gassed for this, man. I'm gonna binge this shit, bruv, when it comes out. I'm telling you. Going on to my next character, we gotta talk about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And specifically, I'm talking about my boy Raphael. I remember when I first watched that.
Also, Michelangelo's black too. Mikey is black too. Raph black for sure.
Live action TMNT movie and saw how Raphael was moving, I can 100% tell you that he's a black guy, man. Raphael has always been moving like he's black coded since the 2003 TMNT show. And Raphael out of the 4 is without a doubt a fellow brother, fam. As for the rest of the Ninja Turtles, hell no, they're not black, fam. I mean, you could argue this, like, I think all of the Turtles in the live action movies are black people, 100%. And the same goes for all the Turtles in Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But in the shows, nah, bro. There's a clear distinction there between Raphael and the rest of them. Raphael always carried a different vibe and tone compared to the rest of his brothers. And it's kind of like his personality is something I think some black people, including myself, can relate to a lot more. But compared to Donatello, hell nah! Don't get it twisted. Donatello is my second favorite Ninja Turtle. He's
nah, for me, go with Mikey, Raph, Leo, then Donnie. I don't know, Donnie just never dated for me, bro. Mikey was funny. Mike was a fun one. Raph was the cool one. Leo was Leo, and Donatello was just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so he wasn't my favorite.
He's tough, fam. But is he a black person? No. Mutant Mayhem Donatello is 100% black. I see a reflection of myself in this man when he was wearing a JoJo hoodie in that movie. That shit was tough. But TV show Donatello, like that 2012 one, is 100% not a black guy, man. This guy is a
Nah, he's one of the like, if you think nerdy black person, that's Donatello. Mikey is like the lit black guy, you know what I'm saying? He just gets along with everybody. Raph is the one that's nobody's want, but Raph knows ball and goes for the black queens, you feel me? And Leo's just a chill guy, you feel me?
No bunny hunter, bruv. Look at the way he was feeling over April. And for the people that say Michelangelo could be black, I have never agreed with that statement in my entire life. Michelangelo always gave me the impression of him being a whole white teenager with him having a surfer accent and loving skateboards. Like he's never...
Nah, like I can see what he's saying, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? He's one of the few.
giving me personally the impression of even being black coded. I always looked at Michelangelo like he was fresh out of Tony Hawk Pro Scare ad. Like, I don't know what the hell the rest of you man were thinking, I'll be honest. And Leonardo ain't black either. See, Leonardo gives me more of an impression that he's more Asian or more Asian coded, with him even acting a lot more like Master Splinter, who's originally from Japan. Like, I always looked at Leonardo as the prodigy to Master Splinter, being an exact replica of him and following all of his teachings. But instead of being a rat, he's just a tug. But to me, he gives me more of a vibe of being an Asian guy, I'll be honest with you, man. But Raphael is 100% a black man, especially all the direct versions of Raphael. They're 100% black, man, no doubt about it. But now, my people, we're gonna talk about somebody who headlines in this conversation. I'm talking about every time somebody makes a video or talks about a topic of characters who are black, they 100% mention this guy, fam. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Piccolo, the Afro-Namekian. Piccolo is by far the most black-coded character in all of...
Yeah, especially like the Namekians were slaves in Daima. If you didn't watch it, they were... Oh, they just got done the worst. And Piccolo's bald and still wears a Dewey. So...
fiction. Him and Mr. Schnitzel, because Mr. Schnitzel definitely is a black guy. But we're gonna leave talking about him for another time. Piccolo and his fellow African Namekians were just straight up a bunch of black people, fam. Piccolo has shown many times how he's a black person. Like, he's low-key exactly like a black dad. He's strict, takes shit seriously, and always has a quiet, uptight demeanor. Like, I don't even remember the last time I've seen Piccolo laugh. This guy stays looking serious, fam. Like, you can tell the difference between Goku and Piccolo heavy. As you can see times where Goku is a lot more jokey and playful around his kids. But this man, Piccolo, was out here giving Gohan serious work when he was literally 4 years old. This guy can barely make a whole sentence, and Piccolo had him in a forest running from dinosaurs. This guy's crazy, man. Piccolo's representation has to be based off black dads, bro. He's disciplined, stoic, resilient, and pushes you to the next level. This guy literally threw Gohan out a mountain to unlock his potential and literally left him in a wasteland to fend for himself. But you know what?
That's really so real, bro. Some black parents, they just think you can do everything. Oh my god. Do I have an example? Now I don't have an example on top of my dome, but yeah, it's pretty accurate. They think you can do anything.
What? It ultimately made Gohan a better fighter. So really, it was what was best for him. Not only did I see that, but Goku saw it too when he asked Piccolo to help him teach Goten and Trunks the fusion dance, handing him that responsibility because he knows Piccolo can handle shit. And now we gotta talk about how Piccolo always stays fly, fam. Like, every time he pull up to a fight, he always hitting something low key. He gotta show the villains his fit and how he always looking crispy for the camera, even when he's stuck.
Yeah, and he also pays off the wind. Bro, like, every time the wind just happens to change direction, it just comes from this way, can't fly like this, and then it changed directions, making it go like this. Not sure how that's happening.
Starts taking off his weighted clothes, he literally be doing it like a black person, I swear down. Piccolo is such a drip connoisseur. The guy literally has the ability to give you clothes no matter where you are or what condition you're in. This guy literally got a power to make sure you always stay drippy, fam. Like, what are we even talking about here? I remember the episode where Goku and Piccolo were having driver lessons, and this man Piccolo comes out in the flyest fit. He looked fresh out of 90s sitcom with the heat he had on. Piccolo and Vegeta were the first two people in Dragon Ball to have that shit on for real. I'm saying, when I saw him in those garms, I knew he was black, no doubt about it, fam. And then we gotta talk about Piccolo's dramatic entrances. Like, how villains always gotta be doing crazy shit to catch a hero's attention. Piccolo always comes into fights acting like he got a camera on him at all times, fam. Like in the BoJack movie when Gohan was about to get obliterated, Piccolo comes in and uses special beam cannon to get rid of the blast, and look at my man just standing there. Bro's in the perfect angle with his cape blown in the wind and shit like he's Batman. 10 out of 10 performance here, man. And even in the first Broly movie, look at him, you can't even see his face, his cape is in the way, you can't even see who it is, fam. But guess what? Piccolo was still aura farming in this shot, man. Piccolo definitely, out of all the people I've mentioned in this video,
You know what's funny? In the BoJack and Broly movie, he got slammed. He got done dirty. Yeah.
To be the most blackest character I've seen in fiction. I mean, when I was a kid first watching Dragon Ball Z on the legendary channel Kicks, rest in peace to the GOAT, I always knew Piccolo was black. I used to think Piccolo's turban was a wave cap because I thought he had waves underneath it, until he showed his bold ass head when he was fighting Raditz. That shit was low-key hurting my eyes, it was reflecting the sun, fam. But Piccolo is definitely a black person. I mean, bare people already have said this and they might as well confirm it now, from his whole demeanor to his drip to his aura farming and even just how Piccolo is as a whole character. However, I'm gonna be honest here, man. Piccolo gets folded it most of the time. Like, this guy gets put in a blender. It's tragic to watch, low-key. First movie when Broly just drop kicks this man and sends him flying like he's Team Rocket. Or even when Cell Gods get back and absolutely violate the shit out of this man. Piccolo got his fair share of getting his shit rocked. But despite that, Piccolo is definitely an African Namekian fam. And this brings me to the end of the flick. If you lot got any underrated or even characters...
Whoa, that. You know, also black. Grim from the Grim Adventure of the Billy Mandy. He's a whole Jamaican. But that will do it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time.